Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'd like to welcome you all to Water Your Soil. So I've been doing polls lately on my channel. Actually, I've been doing quizzes under the community tab on this Water Your Soil YouTube channel. So you can check out the community tab. But under the community tab, I've been doing quizzes. And I'm going to be honest with some of you. With the percentages that we're getting the answers right on these quizzes, I expected the percentages to drop, because before the percentages was like 98, 97. For the most part, everyone agreed with what the answer was going to be. But I decided to make them a little more complex, because on YouTube, like I always state, there's always difference of opinions. So I decided to include that inside of the quizzes. And as you can see on the screen, lately the numbers as far as the quizzes go are not in the 90s anymore for the most part. We have one that's in the 90s, but other than that, they've been lower than the 90s, even some of them in the 70s. And that's not good. We got to get the number back up to 95. We really have to get the number back to 95% or higher. And I'm going to tell you why. People will always come by this channel and there's always a debate. When I talk from experience, from, helping myself get to an excellent credit score in the 800s to helping other people achieve the same over the years as well. And there's always a debate. I don't know if some of these people know about credit or some don't. I don't know if they're getting information from other videos. I don't know what it is. But for the amount of people to be wrong on these quizzes, it's a little interesting. And in this video, I'm going to talk about another thing that's important to your credit score that you must know about. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about credit age. And credit age is so important. Some people, they don't care about credit age. And I'm going to tell you why I know they don't care about credit age. Whenever I hear people talking about opening up a credit card, getting an intro bonus, and then closing down a credit card, they don't really care about credit age. Or I hear about people canceling a credit card because they owe too much on it, or they no longer use it, whatever it may be. They're truly not concerned with credit age. Now, over here at this Water Your Soil channel, I always tell people, leave your credit cards open. If you have too many of them, then I kind of understand, but for the most part, leave your credit cards open. Think of your credit card as anything like a goal or a tree or a plant, anything that needs to take time to grow. The more it grows, the better it gets, the more stronger it gets. And the same goes for your credit accounts. When you first open up a credit card account or any type of credit account, it's looked at as a baby, so it really doesn't impact your credit score in a positive way too much. But the longer that you have it, and the longer you have it in good standing, you'll start to see those benefits to your credit score. And the same thing goes for these credit card accounts. That's why I always tell people, leave your credit card accounts open. I remember, and I always tell the story, so if you're a subscriber, you've heard this story before. But if you're not a subscriber, you probably haven't heard this story. But back in 2006, I applied for a Best Buy credit card. And that Best Buy credit card, they ended up approving me, and they gave me a $300 credit limit. Now, granted, I really didn't know how to use the card the correct way. I always paid on time, and I always paid the minimum. I was never late, but my utilization was off. And for those of you who don't know what utilization is, I'm going to leave a video regarding utilization in the description box for you. But my utilization was off. And with my utilization being off, that kind of hurt my credit score. But what helped my credit score was me having the card active for so long. So I had the card up until 2014, and I'm going to tell you all what happened to the card. So I had it into 2014. About 2011, 2012, I stopped using the Best Buy card. I no longer went to Best Buy and purchased something with the credit card. I forgot about it because during these times, I wasn't really concerned with credit or credit cards. I was just doing my own thing. And it came back to bite me, because once I started getting more concerned with getting my credit score up and improving my credit score, I realized, I said, hey, I got that Best Buy card. I should start using it, because I'm learning about credit age and average age of accounts. And that Best Buy card, I had it for a while now. It can actually help my credit score, because you figure from 2006 to 2014, that's 8 years. That's 8 years of credit history on that credit card. And I didn't owe anything. And on my credit report, it constantly said okay for month to month to month, meaning that I didn't know anything and the account was in good standing. So in my opinion, I thought I would be good. But what happened is Best Buy decided to close down the card and they closed the account off. And it was kind of interesting because this was a couple of months before I actually contacted Best Buy to see if I was still able to use the credit card. And it's kind of ironic how that happened. They closed it down a couple of months before. So I pleaded with them like, hey, can you open back up this account? And they said, no, you will have to apply for a totally new credit card. That account is now closed. So I lost 8 years of credit history with that credit card. And looking back on it, I'm like, 2006, this is now 2023. That's basically 17 years of credit history that I could have had from a credit card, and that would have worked wonders for my score. And this is why I always tell people, you leave those credit card accounts open and spend as small of amount as you need to. Just keep them active on a month-to-month basis. Keep them active, whether you got to go to the dollar store or you got to go get gas, whatever it is. Just keep those cards active because they'll actually benefit your credit score in the present and in the long run. And you're going to need that, especially when you start getting older in life. You're going to need that credit history to help your credit score. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to show you all how credit age work. Basically, it's going to take all of your active accounts, whether it be your mortgage, whether it be your auto loan, your credit cards, whatever it may be. But for this video, we're strictly going to do credit cards because credit cards are what I like to talk about on this channel. So let's say you have 5 credit cards, right? Now you have one credit card that's 3 years old. You have one credit card that's 5 years old. You have one credit card that's 7 years old. You have one credit card that's 2 years old. And you have one credit card that's 4 years old, right? So the sum of that is 21. So what you're going to do is you're going to divide that 21 by the amount of credit cards that you have. Now, if you've been paying attention, I listed 5 credit cards, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to divide that 21 by 5. So when you divide 21 by 5, it gives you 4.2. And if you round it off, that gives you 4 years. That's the average age of your credit cards, 4 years old. So if you combine all your credit cards together and all their years together, you get 4 years. Now it does get a little more complex than that because of course you have to add in months as well. So when you start adding in months, it get a little more complex, but you can still round off even with the months. And this will help explain why credit age and the average age of accounts are so important. The longer you keep your credit card accounts open, the better it's going to be for you, especially if those accounts are in good standing. Now that's the key, good standing. You just don't want to have a credit card just to have it and you've been messing around and being late and not managing your utilization correctly and not paying on time and all of these things that negatively impact your credit score. You want to make sure you're paying on time, you have good utilization, you're not carrying over credit card debt. You want to make sure of those things, and in the future and in the present really, but in the future, you'll benefit from it. A lot of times I see older people and they have a credit age of 20, 30, 40 for their accounts, and their credit scores are good. There is a reason why older people usually have the highest credit scores. And it's not because, they're better than everyone when it comes to managing credit card accounts or credit accounts. A great deal of it is credit age and their average age of accounts. They have had their accounts for so long that they're actually tallying up and benefiting them as the years go on. And the same can happen for you. The earlier you start, the better, because let's say you're 20 years old and you open up a credit card account or two when you're 20 years old. By the time you're 30, you'll have at least 10 years of average age in regards to those credit cards. And that should help your credit score tremendously if you're managing those accounts well as the other accounts that are on your credit report. So I just wanted to talk about credit age in this video. A lot of people sleep on this. It is one of those things that's not talked about often. I always see people talking about closing down a credit card account and things like that. Now, granted, you can do whatever you want. If you choose to close down a credit card account, then fine, that's up to you. People close them down for different reasons, so I really can't judge. But if you're concerned with your average age of credit and your credit age, you may want to consider leaving those accounts open because, like I stated, they can help your credit score a great deal in the present and especially in the future. But anyways, if you're new here and you're feeling the vibe over here, this is Water Your Soil. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications. That way you don't miss a future video. Also, this goes to every single one of you watching. Feel free to take part in my polls that are under the community tab. You can check out the community tab on the homepage of this Water Your Soil channel. Check out the community tab, participate in the quizzes and the polls that I post. They're going to start getting pretty challenging. And the next quiz that I post is going to be in relation to this video. So if you paid attention in this video, you should do well on the quiz that's for tomorrow. But anyways, be sure to hit the like button. That's your way of showing support, getting the algorithm circulating this video. I really appreciate every single one of you that take out the time and watch this channel, watch these videos, participate in the quizzes, participate in the polls. I do it all for you all. So I appreciate every single one of you. This is Water Your Soil, and I'm out. Hold on. Wait. Before you leave, be sure to check out the description box below. That way you can have all the credit resources from Water Your Soil. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button as well, all right? You know, people always come by here and they always leave comments and they ask for individual credit advice. But many of you may not know, I do have a book. The book is titled Strategies to Master Credit. It is available on Amazon. It also is available in ebook form on the website. You can check out the website, mastercreditbook.com. The book is called Strategies to Master Credit.